Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video we're going to be fitting some rear light covers. Now these go on the inside of your car, they go in the boot and they cover up the bulb holders that are in the boot. Quite a nice addition to the car. Make sure you don't damage your bulb holders and knock the wiring at all. So we'll get out to the car, get these fitters and see what they look like. So to fit the rear light protectors, you're going to need an 8mm socket, which is what we've got on the end of this one here. You're going to need some bolts of the same size as well. So these ones are domed ones, which we put over the top of the existing bolts that hold the light fitting to the car. We've also got this little bolt here, and when we get out to the car, I'll show you what we do with that one, just to make it easier to fit these two. So on the back of the light protector there are 3 holes, 2 at the top and then 1 at the bottom down here. And those 3 holes correspond with the 3 bolts that attach the light to the car. And what you can do is take the 3 bolts off the back of the light and then use those to attach the cover onto the back of the light. But what I'm going to do instead is use some extra bolts, just put those on the top of the ones that are already there. I just think it's going to be a little bit more secure, and then you're not running the risk of not having enough force on the light to seal the light to the car, and you might end up letting some water in. So the other thing that I'll be doing when I fit these is just putting some washers in behind the bolts before we attach them on, just to make sure that we get a good hold on those bolts onto the light. So we'll get started with putting these in. The first thing is to mention, and you might remember earlier I talked about how I'd got an extra little bolt that I was going to be using as well. Now that's not what we're going to be using to attach the covers to the car. That's these ones, the domed ones. What this is for is to put into the bottom of the socket, and the reason for that is without that at the bottom of the socket, this disappears off down into the socket and you can't quite get it to attach onto the end of the thread that is there. So that's what we're going to be doing with that, just make it a little bit easier. So we'll get started. We'll put the bolt into the top and then we'll attach this to the car. So the rear light cover is now fitted, as you can see. It was a really easy job just fitting those bolts onto the back of the lights. Probably one of the easiest jobs I've done on the car. Some of you might have spotted that we only put the top 2 bolts in, so the one up here and the one here. I didn't put the one in at the bottom, and the reason for that is because when I tried to put that bottom bolt in the past, it just didn't seem to want to thread onto the thread that's there. So I found that just with the top 2 it does tend to be secure enough. But yeah, really good addition to the car. Make sure that, I mean, when you put anything in the boot, you don't run the risk of it hitting your the wires and the lights, and looks really tidy as well. So yeah, really impressed with this, and yeah, definitely one of the easiest jobs I've done on the car. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want to see more how-to videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Please also follow the MGTF on Instagram, where you'll get to see lots of other photos of the car. Thank you for joining today, and until next time, I'll see you soon.